Hello, welcome back to Cyberfest. My name is Matthew Dick. I'm one of the founders at Boundary Brewing. We're a cooperative brewery in Belfast, and it's great to be back. Thanks for having us again. Tonight you're having two different beers of ours. At Boundary, we mostly love doing hoppy beers. It's most of what we brew. And we have two core IPAs, in Bongo and Forever Ago, which I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with. But one of the most enjoyable and exciting parts of my job is working with Mark, our head brewer, on what next hop combination we're going to brew. There are so many hops in the world, as I'm sure a lot of you know. And the fun I have of working on a recipe with Mark and tweaking the hop combination by 5% here, 10% there, or playing with new experimental hops, or revisiting what to us now are like old school hops, even though they're not that old. I just love that. And occasionally we hit just absolute perfection. We're always quite delighted with our hop combinations. We have a good enough sense of what the hops give us now to know what combinations we'll produce, but sometimes we just absolutely nail it. In Bongo and Forever Ago would be two hop combinations like that, which is why they're core beers, but definitely another one is the beer we're drinking tonight, which is more of a phenomenon. So it's a 50-50 split of two hops called Citra and Nelson Sauvin. And I don't know how much you guys know about the hop growing, hop picking, hop breeding programs and schedules around the world, but Nelson Sauvin is from the southern hemisphere. It's picked in the southern, and Citra's picked in the northwest mostly of America, so the northern hemisphere. So that their schedules are about 6 months apart, meaning we get fresh Nelson about 5-6 months ago, and we're just getting fresh Citra now, which was picked towards the end of last calendar year. So every year we go through the same process where our hops change, and some years they change significantly, sometimes they don't. But we're always quite excited to see what the New Year's harvest brings, and there's a challenge obviously then in our core beers like in Bongo and Forever of we need to make that taste the same as it always has, because we love it so much and our fans delight in it greatly, you know. So this is this year's more of a phenomenon. 6%, we've got our usual base grist, which is a lot of wheat, a lot of oats, and quite a pale base malt as well. And so let's get into it. I haven't actually tried this yet. It was packaged last week. So I can smell it from here. It's brilliant. So yeah, I think one of the reasons this hop combination works so well, in my opinion, and this beer is so great, is the complement between the Nelson and the Citra so good. So Nelson, if you're not familiar to it, is unique. There is nothing else like it. There's no substitute for it. The grapefruity kind of almost wine-like character is strong and often tends to dominate. And unless you put it with a hop like a Citra or maybe a Mosaic or some of the other more dominant hops, it's all you're going to get. But one of the reasons this beer is brilliant, I think, is because the Citra cuts through it so well. It's so good. Oh yeah, it's brilliant. It's definitely one of the favorite IPAs that we do. So you get the grapefruit, kind of the gooseberry, vinous character that you'd maybe get in the drier, less rounded white wine, but then Citra just cuts right through it, and Citra does what it says in the tin, really. It's just a Citra, quite strong, direct cutting nuance. It just goes through the Nelson. Yeah, it's brilliant. We've just brewed a beer called Double Nelson, which is a DIPA, double IPA, 8%, and it's all Nelson, so if you see it out and about, it's definitely worth trying. But this is more of a phenomenon, and we really hope that you enjoy it. This is fucking class.